Next question. Batman or Iron Man?
Batman.
Iron Man.
I like Batman.
Why are these questions on here?
Are we talking about movie? Or we just talking about like...
What's up, shitheads?
Damn.
You're listening to Nerd Social Hour in Texas, a podcast where we talk about all things nerdy and pop culture. I'm your host, Alex, but I'm not doing it alone. I'm here with my shitty friends.
Hi, I'm Crystal.
What's up, y'all? It's comic guy Fabian.
It's your boy D Money.
It's
it's
Justin.
trending.
I'm so much. You handled that so much better than I did on the last episode. I'm jealous.
I just practiced in my head while y'all were talking earlier.
really good. I'm Justin.
Swole boy.
God damn!
Danny had eardrums until 10 seconds ago.
Oh, my bad, Danny.
You say something?
In today's episode of Nerd Social Hour in Texas, we're talking hot takes, the great debates,
Hot.
and just questions that need answering. First question is, on opening night, are you going to see Oppenheimer or Barbie?
I'm gonna let everyone
at his
answer.
face.
I'm gonna let everyone answer, but I also like
Barbie.
There's a good method to do it.
Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
I said...
Barbenheimer.
Dual feature it.
Because
I'm
honestly, I'm watching both. I'm not,
Yeah,
there's no
watching
way I'm not
both
gonna
for
watch.
sure, for sure.
I'm not gonna watch both, but
I think I would want to go to Barbie opening night, but I think it's because I would want to see if like the drive-in was doing Oppenheimer, because I feel like watching that outside would be an
Oh,
experience.
I like
gosh.
that.
Yeah.
okay.
I would like that outside.
Live nukes.
Yeah, man.
Horny.
It's like when you see those pictures, it's like, would you watch Jaws here? And it's a bunch of people sitting in pool floaties.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Personally, I would.
I would, yeah, it seems cool.
But yeah, that's,
I like that thought process.
I'm watching Barbie. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with Barbie.
all right, guys. Here's the way I would do it. All right,
all right, hit me. Not
you
really.
go watch Oppenheimer first.
Oh, get depressed and then happy.
Because exactly. You watch that. Everyone's saying it's very dark, so you watch that one first, and then you watch Barbie to bring you back up because it's light
feel
and
that.
happy and fun.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you. Even watching the trailer
The
for
great
Oppenheimer
Christmas
like
after
fills me with a sense of dread.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny because we're living years after like this happened, many
Yeah.
years after this happened. We're
I
still
just,
like, God damn, the world's gonna go
I
to
think
shit.
about it and I'm like, they knew it could destroy the world, and they were like, fuck it. Let's
Yeah.
do it anyway. What?
It was all a matter of like who is, because who's going to do it first was the justification. It's like, if we don't do
Yeah.
it, somebody else will, and they're going to use it on us. So we're going to
So
turn around and do it on
crazy, though.
somebody else first.
I
Yeah.
feel like this
Imagine
one's
if it
for the
didn't work
books.
out.
Right?
Imagine if
It was a
I guess
huge,
we couldn't.
It was a huge flex on the part of the United States. They're still reeling off that shit. Like, we'll fucking do it again.
All right. Next question. Who is the hottest Batman?
Live action.
Live action.
Live
Batman.
action.
Live
Batman.
action. Live action
There's only
Batman.
one good answer to this, and it's Val Kilmer.
I think Val Kilmer.
I'm gonna go George Clooney.
Whoa.
George Clooney now is a hot old man, but Val Kilmer back then was.
Yeah, he's not my cup of tea. George Clooney though is my cup.
You
of
guys
tea.
like him ripe.
What are you gonna say, Michael Keaton? Let's not be honest.
Wait.
Let's not bullshit and think
Live
that Michael
action,
Keaton-
totally?
live
Yeah,
action
just live
favorite
Michael
live action
Keaton.
Batman.
Batman's.
We're just gonna
Like, hottest.
disregard-
Hottest.
Hottest.
We're gonna disregard Ben Affleck.
Yep.
We're gonna
Yeah.
disregard
Yeah.
Robert Patterson.
Yep.
Yeah,
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I'm still gonna go George Clooney.
Yeah.
I'm still going Val
Val
Kilmer.
Kilmer.
Yo,
Did you see?
tripping.
Did you see Val Kilmer as?
I guess I'm going to go against everybody. Christian Bell.
I think
Exactly.
Christian Bell.
feeling it.
I actually...
I'm
He is
feeling
like
it.
very-
physique. I'm
yeah,
talking
he's
about the
hot.
physique.
I'm feeling it.
I'm a
That's
physique
true.
kind of guy. He
Yeah.
had it. I'm sorry.
He
Val
did have the-
Kilmer was toned as shit in
I think
Batman.
so too.
I just
Christian Bale.
Good look.
We are
I was
just
like, look
talking
at this
about...
man.
I'm going physique.
He was killing
Christian
it.
Bell, bro.
Dang,
y'all
Yeah,
see
he
that
was
new
hot. That's
y'all
a
see
good-
that new leak J-Lo
Oh, yeah,
did
he
on
was handsome.
Father's Day for
Handsome
Ben
fella.
Affleck?
I'm still going George Clooney.
She showed some skin on Ben Affleck.
Who you
y'all.
going with?
Pick one.
I'm gonna go with Ben Affleck, y'all.
All right.
So everyone has a different one, huh?
Yeah,
Wait,
Crystal,
no,
hang on.
Crystal.
I said Val Kilmer.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good for
no.
you. You get the right.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one. It's crazy because he only had the one. Michael Keaton was not a good looking.
dude. No,
like-
I'm honestly talking about like hot takes and shit. I don't remember ever growing up and people disliking Val Kilmer or George Clooney's movie. Once we got older, all of a sudden everybody couldn't stand it. And
Well, I
all
didn't
the
like.
all the eye candy in those movies, specifically like Uma Thurman being hot as shit and Alicia Silverstone,
And
you were paying
Arnold
attention to a
Schwarzenegger.
dude's nipples. Like that's where your focus was. Get out of here.
I love the George Clooney
know,
movie.
The
I do
George
too. I love
Clooney
it.
had a
Yeah.
mean moose knuckle though. They show it.
I just feel like people tried to like nitpick that one to death now because it was
Yeah.
corny and it wasn't the same
Oh,
direction.
I
but
loved.
It's a
I
different
loved
time.
Mr.
it's like when we
Freeze.
talk about like God, we've done this before. It's like Godzilla fit the time period it came out. Like those Batman movies
Yeah.
fit the time period
Yeah.
those came
Yeah.
out.
But you know what? It's
Who was
funny
financing
because there
Batman's credit cards?
actually were nerds back then. They did a documentary. It's really funny too because they talk exactly how we do now. They're like, I just don't see Michael Keaton getting into this Batman role.
Yeah, it's because Michael
just-
Keaton's
Do we talk
ugly
like
as
that?
shit.
I just don't see Michael Keaton.
Why do all the nerds of the early '90s have like weird British pompous accents?
Look, I don't make the rules.
Speaking of the 90s, this is a good segue. What made the 90s the best decade to grow up in?
I grew up in it.
Damn. Justin said, it's me.
No, all bullshit aside, everybody likes their own decade. It's where I grew up,
Yeah.
so of course I liked it. I think.
But
it
what
was,
made it the best?
Yeah,
I
what
think
about
we
the
got
90s
to
was
enjoy
the
the
best?
birth of the internet and the death of like what's like streetlight kids,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it's like you had a good mix of that. You couldn't stay on the
Yeah,
internet
yeah,
all day
yeah.
because it wasn't always readily available.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But you also got to play outside because either parents didn't give a shit or
Yeah.
the world was different. But
The world
you
was different,
You stayed
yeah.
outside. No,
Not-
it really. I don't
really,
think it was
there's
different.
so
I
many
think it's
serial
just there was
killers
more
back then.
exposure.
Hell
I
yeah.
was gonna say because I was like, I think it was different then because think about it, we had war. Like we literally like what war was in the 80s?
Cold War.
Cold War.
That's what it was.
In the 80s?
80s? No.
Nope. No.
What was in the 80s?
It was,
Wasn't the 80s? I mean, we didn't
I was
go
like, it
to
was
war,
in the
but
Cold
wasn't the
War.
Cold War
There was
in
a
the
Korean
80s?
War was probably the most recent that was
there's
not from
something I'm thinking of.
2001.
Something I'm thinking of was
Vietnam?
Down
In
there.
the 80s,
That was
there was
the
like
70s.
the,
No.
or like part of it was like the afterfall of all that.
Desert Storm.
Maybe Desert
Desert Storm.
But
Who knows?
I was like, I'm gonna have to Google it here in a second. But I was like, we went from that to we had like this whole like decade where we weren't like, there wasn't all this like fighting when it came to.
I mean,
like,
I don't know.
worlds,
Did you
like
recall September 11th, 2001?
that's not the 90s. That's
But, I mean, like-
2001. What I'm saying is we
Yeah,
had
my favorite
we had
thing-
that weird period where there was like no fighting. Like
I guess I just remember,
it
like,
wasn't
war
big.
to war to war
And
to
so
war.
It was like war stuff related to war, and then we had a gap.
And
where
then
there
they
was
were like,
nothing,
"I'm
and we were
bored."
thriving in the 90s.
Somebody go throw a stick at someone.
Yeah,
and
went
get the
back
shit
to
popping
war,
off.
so-
Barbie decade
Like
versus
the-
Oppenheimer.
I feel like
for me,
there was-
90s, like what made it better, like I guess, I don't even call it the best, but if we're answering it that way, probably just the fact that I was completely innocent to any bad shit going on.
Yeah.
There was a point, like, I was like, oh yeah, life is cool. And then I believe sometime after 90s, realism caught in and it's like, oh yeah, life is fucking horrible.
I want to say
sometimes.
Yeah.
that was probably around September 11th.
Yo,
Then
you
they're
remember
like,
seeing TV.
they're like, hey, fifth grader, look at this.
Yeah.
No, dude, the teacher was like this. Guys, watch.
I don't
Shut the
understand.
fuck up.
I'm so
What's
glad.
going on?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! What is this? War.
Things
My
were-
teacher
war
did
time.
not do
say
that.
things were more practical. We don't have to worry about AI making decisions for movies now. Like,
I just
Right.
think
the
it,
basics.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it was the Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
They don't do that shit no more.
no, because now it's all the time cartoons.
Yeah.
There's no block for it.
One thing I loved was New Year's Eve is one of my favorite holidays, and probably for this reason, is like there's always some cool like countdown, and I know there are countdowns now, but like back then it was like a
Nobody
Disney
gives
countdown.
a shit anymore now.
Yeah, like it was
used to be
so
somebody
fun.
put that shit on.
Yeah, it was always so much fun.
It was
Like
a New
the
Year's
Eve.
kiss, New Year. Like I remember, like New Year's kiss, New Year.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
Good feeling now.
I have forever
Like for
blamed the internet.
hours.
Y'all,
TV
side
networks
note,
would be
Crystal has just been looking up the name of this war in the 80s. And I'm telling her, let it go. Let it go. We're past it.
I feel like the invention of the internet really kind of was the where our generation stopped, like
yeah.
doing because since the internet, people have exposure to people.
To
There's no
everything,
more like
yeah.
getting to know anyone. You can just go Google them, you
Yeah.
know. But back
Googling
then,
right now.
yeah,
Honestly, that saves a lot of time and effort, though.
yeah.
it
'cause
does.
you're like,
No, it
Pros
really
and
does.
cons.
you're
There
like,
are some
yeah, I don't like
creepers.
this guy.
I'm by no means saying it's a bad thing, but it
Right.
definitely made a new generation
There
of
was a
people with too
shift.
much information at their fingertips
Yeah.
that
in society.
too much stimulant really like you're right here. I don't need to go
Yeah.
outside and run and play when I can get all the stimulation I want
Yeah.
in my pocket.
Black Mirror, what?
Yeah. Crystal,
It's
did you find
crazy,
your
but-
answer?
Yeah.
What's your answer?
So sad.
The War of 1812.
No, so it was,
I think that's actually the year of the Cold War.
No, it's not.
so it says the Gulf War, which is like Desert Storm was the beginning of it was like 1990 and 1991, and then for the 80s it was the Iraq and Iran war, and we
We had nothing to do
we
with that.
put our hands in it basically.
and that's
That was
why.
a Reagan thing.
Yeah, it says
Only know the
it
Cold
says
War 'cause of
Iraq and
comics.
Iran war. It said it started
Watchmen.
in 1982.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And again, we don't know how to keep to ourselves, so we definitely, I don't know.
I think it really is
shit
just like
about
an
it, but we
innocence
definitely
lost
put our
type
hands in
thing.
it.
Yeah.
So I
There
think
was a
everybody-
war called the War of 1812.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just called the War of 1812.
Yep.
Wow.
Now
That
I'm
was a-
sad.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
I have no idea.
76.
Innocence is gone, and you made me
Roll it,
remember it.
Alex.
Okay.
There were times before it.
Next question. Practical effects or CGI?
Man, I keep on wanting to answer all these questions first because I'm just super opinionated.
I want to
Sorry.
say, oh, damn, that's
Y'all-
tough.
I'll go
Go
first.
answer.
Practical effects.
Hell yeah.
I love like Jurassic Park, like the old ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like actual
You know that was
like
almost CGI?
animatronic dinosaurs. Yeah, I think Danny told me that. I was like, damn, I'm glad they didn't. Because it feels more real. Like obviously, like
Well, no, it-
CGI can do more stuff now, but
Well, there's
can
a lot of
it?
it is CGI though. There's a lot of CGI, but it was super
the
advanced.
practical effects though, like
It did make it. There was a lot of good practical, but it was almost clay animation. It almost,
yeah.
it wasn't CGI.
That's
It
what
wasn't going to be
totally
CGI. It was almost clay animation.
That's
right.
wild.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
that's stop motion.
I like practical effects too, and I think we even talked about this. And it was either like claymation or something, or what, another episode.
Yeah.
but it is more real. I think it's why it's like slasher films in like the '80s were scary because they didn't use like CGI lopping heads off. It was
Yeah.
practical, so it made it feel almost real.
Yep.
Yeah, practical effects all day.
Who
Star
here
Wars
is
definitely
against?
needed some
Who's
CGI.
with CGI? Raise your hand.
I'm against it or with it.
Who's with CGI?
For
I'm
CGI
actually-
over practical.
I'm not against CGI.
I'm with
but-
CGI and I like practical. I'm gonna be the one in the fucking middle.
That's a good
CGI
one.
when
Yeah.
done right is fucking breathtaking.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I feel like
Practical
you gotta
effects
get
can
it
look shit
right.
too. It's a mixed
true.
bag, so I'll
Yeah.
be in the middle. I'm
For
thinking
sure.
CGI in the future is
All right,
going to
Malcolm.
blow our fucking minds.
I can definitely appreciate CGI, or like I think CGI is obviously like
It's just
Like,
going to
it's-
advance over
there.
time.
You can do so much more with CGI.
But practical is cool. Don't
But I
get it
just
twisted.
have this like fond like appreciation for practical effects. Like
I will say in
the
horror
effort.
in horror movies,
Yeah.
practical.
I don't know.
I agree with you.
definitely
Yeah.
I agree
makes
with
it,
that 100%.
But like if you're doing like action,
blood splatter and shit.
CGI.
Like, I want some.
For one, like
Oh.
the newest, well, the thing that comes to my memory versus like practical versus CGI is the new Beetlejuice that's going to come out.
Yeah, see, I want
Oh.
practical.
It's literally
Yeah.
practical versus CGI. So
We will see,
Yeah.
the difference.
I think it's I
Definitely.
think it's one of those situational things where it depends on what the medium is, and I don't think I give enough credit to digital artists for like the art of CGI because it is an art, but I just feel like practical effects is
Just like
I will say one of my
explosions
favorite practical effect movies is The Thing. I don't know.
John
I don't know if you.
Carpenter?
Yeah,
I
like
watched
that. The practical effects in that are insane.
Oh my goodness.
Like they do crazy shit with that. They remade it to like with modern with like CGI, and I honestly think that the older one was better.
I think that's what got me with
Damn.
it. Like the new versus the
yeah.
old, some of the CGI and new it made it less scary.
Yeah.
It wasn't as, I mean, don't get me wrong, there were some really bad practical effects.
Yeah.
Spiders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But some of the CG was super CGI. And
lot,
like
yeah.
when he's supposed to look like the painting in the first one. He
Oh
just-
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
super silly. I'm
For
like, this,
sure,
this
the
is
paint-
dumb.
yeah.
I'm not scared of this guy. I could beat his ass.
That's true.
Come on, unplug the computer and you're done.
Bye.
I think that like Predator and Alien are another practical versus CGI too, where in the time when those movies came out, like practical effect Alien would make me shit myself.
Yeah,
now
they're
like don't get
terrifying.
me wrong, it looks really cool as CGI, but it's a different type of horror. Like you can
Yeah.
appreciate both of them for
Yeah.
different ways.
Yeah.
Like
Prey was really good.
Prey was
Yeah.
great.
I cannot wait for
Ooh-wee.
part two.
They're doing a part
They're
2.
doing a part two.
Oh,
That's
nice.
so fucking good. I'm
Yeah.
excited to talk. Oh, just think about it.
Yes.
Speaking of slasher films, who would be a better roommate, Freddy or Jason?
Oof. Okay, let's see.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'm a better roommate.
Yeah.
I feel like Freddie could fuck off in a dream if you
I was
really
about to
wanted
say Freddie because
to.
he lives in another dimension. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
Freddie, fuck off to your own dimension for a
Get
minute.
out of
I got
here.
roommates.
He never lets you sleep.
Go to your damn. That's true.
Dang.
Justin,
Roommate that
Justin,
never
I was gonna say, I think Jason.
I was
He's
like, I
pretty
would've
quiet.
picked Jason.
Keeps to himself for the
But
most part.
Jason got some mommy issues though. You gotta
Yeah,
come home to
Jason's
that.
mom is going to come and
Always
clean and
come
cook.
around.
Actually,
Yeah.
that could be a good thing.
Yeah.
We need that.
Maybe we need a Jason in our life.
I'm going Jason.
I'll go with
Jason.
Freddie because he could look. Freddie is gonna be if he's your roommate. We're gonna make the assumption that y'all are chill, y'all cool. Hey, bro, I'm gonna go fucking kill these kids in the dream. You got the house to yourself. You got a big dog bet. You know, that's
Yeah.
how I'm looking at it.
I feel like Jason doesn't know how to use doors either, and I feel like we'd have to continuously replace doors.
You know what? Jason probably never showers. He
Yeah.
uses water.
Oh damn.
Did you say safe
Save on water, but it smells bad.
Yeah, it's
in
gonna
here.
smell like lake water and butthole, dude.
Hey, you could get Febreze.
Butthole.
No, I'm saying Jason's gonna stink.
Yeah.
Where Freddie, you know, I mean, he smells like burnt human.
That probably doesn't smell too good either, though.
Yeah.
I think for me, it would depend on the kind of roommate that I want. Like, do I want a roommate where you do you, I'm gonna do me, like, we're not gonna bother each other? Jason, do I want a roommate where I'm like, let's hang out and have a good time? Probably Freddie. Like,
I ain't
Throw a
trying
wrench
to
in there.
chill.
What
with
about
Jokes
Mike
around a lot.
Myers? Dude's only active once a year, you know. Just other than that, he's just hanging out.
I don't know. I don't trust that guy.
Yeah, I don't trust. I don't trust him.
Bad jokes.
My,
I'm going Jason. He's quiet. He'll probably keep to himself. He'll probably do the dishes and probably shares like the pantry space.
I bet Freddy Krueger can. I bet Freddy Krueger can cook though.
Freddy Krueger burns
Thank you, chef.
everything.
Welcome to my room, bitch.
Good morning, bitch.
I'll go Freddy.
Can you get me some TP,
bitch. I want Freddy Krueger now just because I feel like our conversations would be great. Like,
Jason's
Freddy,
so
chill the
quiet.
fuck out. I gotta do something, bitch.
Just bitch. Okay.
See Scary Terry.
That's all I have going on in the brain.
Okay. Chris versus Chris versus Chris versus Chris. Chris
celebrity
Hemsworth, Chris Pines, Chris Evans, Chris Pratt. Who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite?
Or maybe
Oh,
rank
this is
them.
Evan. All right.
Rank them.
Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, and then Chris Pine. Chris Pine was in Star Trek. He was in the first Wonder
He
Woman
was in the new
movie.
Dungeons and
He was
Dragons.
in the new Dungeons and Dragons
I like
movie.
Chris Pine.
I like Chris Pine
I'm
too.
going to
yeah.
his
I love
last.
Chris Pine.
I like
Yeah.
Chris Pine. I just
Not
don't
I
like
I think I'm
all
gonna
the
put Pine
others.
above Pratt.
I'm going to go Hemsworth, Evans, Pine, Pratt.
That's America's ass. He's going first.
Pratt's
Wait.
only- yeah, I
Chris
consider
Evans
Thor.
is on this list.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Evans, man.
Yeah, Chris Evans is first just because Chris Evans, I feel like, is so universal. Losers, Captain America,
Yeah. He's
Scott
funny.
Pilgrim,
Yeah.
Torch.
He just seems like a cool dude.
Not
He seems
a
like he'd probably give me a DUI charge, but he seems like a cool dude.
I'm going Hemsworth, Evans, Pratt, Pine.
This is Bone Kill Mary and
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Let's switch this question.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Fuck, marry, kill, roommate.
Roommate.
Marry, kill, roommate.
There's 4.
Because there's 4. All right.
What have I done?
I'm changing my
man.
answer then. It'd go Chris Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
It'd be Hemsworth.
Chris
Mary-
Evans would
Mary
be married.
Evans.
Chris
Yeah.
Pine would be killed.
God.
And Chris Pratt's going to be my roommate.
Yeah,
Let
yeah,
us
yeah.
know in the
That's
comments.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a good list right
lost
there.
you.
Yeah.
Fuck Hemsworth, marry Evans, kill Pratt, and roommate with Pine.
Oh man,
flip those last
Yeah,
two,
those
man.
last two.
The last guy's a musician. He's got a band. Community.
Pine?
Yeah, it's just no. I was talking about Chris Pratt.
Oh, Pratt?
Oh,
I was talking
He's
about
just-
his band and community.
You know, I'm scorned. He hurt my girl Anna Faris, and I can't.
oh, you know what?
I can't get past that.
I've been revisiting that a lot.
This is loyalty.
I have no idea. So.
Explain.
Yeah.
I
Anna
feel
Faris?
awesome, so-
Yeah.
They were
From Scary
married.
Movie.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
They
the
were
actors,
married.
I just
They're
didn't. I don't
married.
know
They're
their
Not
history.
together no more.
Yeah, and he.
It was a weird.
It was weird.
divorce.
Also, he's just like overly religious now, and I don't like it.
I didn't
He's-
know any of that.
Yeah, I did remember that.
Yeah.
He's also Arnold Schwarzenegger son-in-law
Oh, that's
now,
true.
and that's like,
That's
I
true.
could I meet him? Like, can I go to y'all's
actually,
Thanksgiving?
You get
know?
in.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like I'm just taking him for all of his fun roles that I've had, and I'm trying not to remember. And yet, I've realized that Chris Pratt in a serious role is not for me. Like he did.
I don't
this-
mind him.
He did this what's that, Trauma or Terminal List on Amazon.
I didn't get to
And it's a
finish.
very
Just
serious
didn't
role,
like it.
and I hate it. I hate him.
I'm
Is he
still
not
waiting
good at
to
it?
No,
finish
I
it.
don't think so. I don't think so. I think his wheelhouse where he's like kind of comedic and kind of fun and serious.
I thought he was doing good, but
It was awful to me.
Did everyone get to answer?
Yeah, I think so.
We're all having
you
sex
answer?
with Chris's.
I was like, Fabian didn't
Fabian.
About it.
Give us
I knew
your
I was
answer.
going to take
Fuck,
too
marry,
long
kill,
on it.
roommate.
I was thinking about it. I was
All right,
like,
start with your roommate.
I said, if I roommate Chris Evans, maybe I can meet all the Avengers.
If you marry him, you also
you
could
would
too.
for sure.
I don't know if he's like exclusive. I don't know the situation.
So next question.
I'm gonna go with Danny's. I'm gonna go with Danny's.
Danny's order.
the next question.
All right. Speaking of Chris Pratt, The Office or Parks and Rec?
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
For me.
Office.
Parks and Rec.
To me,
Perkins is like, I ain't
It was so much more
I've
fun.
seen The Office.
Yeah, Office.
That's
to
it.
me,
If
to me,
you
Parks
like
and
The
Rec.
Office, watch Parks and Rec. You're gonna love it.
There's more individual characters that are like that I enjoy than with The Office.
Yeah.
I could never get into The Office because I'm just like, I mean, you got that one, right? What, Jim or not Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim's a character. Jim Halpert. He's
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
Yeah, him and what's his,
Steve
Dwight's rivalry is funny, and like
Oh, yeah.
I can watch it in clips and think it's funny, but like I can't. The story of The Office, like the stuff that happens in it, I couldn't really get into
See,
it.
I
like
feel the
The Office
exact
is
opposite
drier
about
than Parks
and
and
Rec.
Yeah.
Because like I've watched it and because I saw a lot of clips of like the dude that does a lot of drugs. What's his name? John.
I know who you're talking about. He's like, it's like him and his twin.
Yeah, the treat yourself dude. Yeah.
He does drugs.
Yeah, he's like,
John
that's the
Ralphio?
pills,
Yeah.
baby. Like
Oh,
he's
okay.
always talking about doing
Yeah.
drugs.
He's definitely doing drugs.
But like I've watched clips of that and it got me into it and I watched Parks and Rec. For the most
Yeah.
part, I'm almost done with it. But character wise, there's like 3 characters. I'm like, all right, these are cool. But for me, the story of The Office, like there is like an overarching story that they go through this entire thing.
Dude, the God Secret Killer.
Yeah, the Scranton Strangler.
Dude, I love that. Though. I thought Soul Jane was like super into
All of the
Office.
individuals, like, and I know it's. I've watched both. Both of them have a lot of character growth, but I feel like the pool for character growth was just larger with The Office than it was for Parks
The
and Rec.
only one that saves, because I watched the entire Office, I watched the entire Parks and Rec, but that was like so long ago. And I know everybody, like this fandom is insane,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's like Bloods and Crips, honestly.
It is.
it's kind of here with me. But I just love Aubrey Plaza so much.
Aubrey Plaza.
I do like Aubrey Plaza.
Ron Swanson does it for me, honestly.
Yeah.
The other day, Justin
Leslie
said,
Knope.
he's like, I put in, he's like, I posted this gif of who was the lead character in Parks and Rec. I was like, Ron Swanson. He was like, you dirty bitch.
How you gonna do Leslie Knope like that?
Yeah, Leslie, no.
But I don't
Go
think
wrong.
it was
I
like
like
whatever
both
he
of
was
them. Good
talking
answer.
about. That I thought that's where
I
he was
love them
going
both,
with
too.
it.
I just love Leslie Knope.
I like, and see, like I like Ron Swanson, but
Yeah.
his shtick for me was over after
love
about
his
2 seasons because it was kind of the same character.
No, because then when he whenever he goes off the rails
But
with his
then they
ex-wife,
changed
that
it,
shit
that
is
shit
so
happened.
funny.
Yeah, it's like every
Yeah.
time I thought that his character was going to get boring, though, they
Yeah.
change it and added a new dimension to
Yep.
him. He's a jazz singer. He's got
Yep.
crazy exes.
I
like
want to say I
fucking
love
love
how
Ron Swanson.
people, because I don't know how many roles Nick Offerman has been given in the past since Parks and Rec. I'm not familiar.
He's
But-
been in quite
Yeah.
a bit.
Things.
But I love how they're coming back to some of these characters and like letting them pop off. She was in Dexter. Do you guys remember named LaGuerta?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's
The mom.
Miles
Spider.
Morales' mom.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was Miles Morales' mom, and she
I'd have to see a
also
picture of her.
She's also in Transformers.
Transformers. So like that for me, I watched it the other day on the news, and I was like, "What? My girl's coming back!"
Yeah.
I do like seeing actors that were big in one thing finally like get a
Break in.
chance.
Yeah, getting it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it was
want
cool.
Michael
She's
C.
in like
Hall
two
so
massive. She's in like 2 massive movies over the summer. So
Yeah.
yeah,
What's like the chick from The Bear, the head chef.
yeah.
She's in Black Mirror.
She was in Black Mirror. She's going to be in the new Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, nice.
Like her,
gonna
like
play
Is she
April?
April?
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, like her character's
Oh,
breaking, or
nice.
not her character, the actress is breaking out a little bit. It's kind
Yeah.
of neat seeing.
Were Ross and Rachel on a break?
They were.
Yes,
No, they were not.
They were.
I think they were.
No, they were not.
They were on a
I don't
break.
give, both of them could.
Rachel said
fucking hole
maybe
or
we
fall in a
should
hole.
just take a break, and Ross said, "Yeah, you're right. We just need like a few minutes or whatever." And she said, "No, like a break from each other." And then Ross walked out. They never established that they were
No,
on
she
a break.
established that
Because she
shit
was
for
like,
him.
"Yeah, I'm done. Like, we need to stop for a little bit."
I feel like this is
so
one
at
of
that
those
point,
weird,
they
like,
were on a break.
I feel like it's one of those weird gender role type things because I feel like if Rachel had done it, the argument may have been put in reverse and nobody would have been as pissed off about it.
I don't think
Hey,
so.
did they just break up? No,
Not for
I'm
me,
gonna ask you.
anyway.
I know what the fuck y'all are talking about, but a break. If someone asks if I want a break, fuck you. I know what a break really means.
Yeah.
Not happening. I'm over it.
Yeah,
So
I was
he
about to
walked out because he was done with the bit. Her.
But she,
But the very
She did
next
say-
day, he was like, "Oh, wanting to get back with her
You
I
just said
think-
they want
I
to get
think
back
they
together.
did.
They can't be broken up if they're
because
gonna
I
get
don't know
back
how to
together.
explain it
Didn't
any
she
other way."
enough.
assume that they were
like-
still together though?
Huh?
Didn't she assume they were still together where they left off?
That's what I'm saying.
But also,
But
wasn't she
she did-
eating
She
dinner with
also
that
told,
dude?
yeah.
Yeah, hold on. See, that's what I'm saying. Breaks. You don't do breaks. He walked
it
out
was more
on
than she
principle.
said she wanted to be like on a break, and he was like, "Oh, like we're just taking a break from this argument. We're gonna like regroup in a whole minute."
Oh.
And then she was like, "No, I want to be on a break," and he was like, "Well, fuck." And so at that point, that's her breaking up with him.
That's
She
a break.
said,
Yeah.
"Maybe we should, as in, let's open this discussion."
Did she go on
And
a
he
date?
walked out. No.
She had dinner with that one guy.
Oh wait, yeah.
That's a
No,
dog
that's-
of a break.
And-
he slept with that other chick. Then all of a sudden, it was like, what are you
And
doing?
he
We're still
was
together. And it's
Yeah.
like,
he was
nah,
sketched
bitch,
out
you
by
ain't
that
talked to me
guy
in
the
2
whole
weeks.
time too.
Yeah. But no, it wasn't a date though.
I think they were on a break.
It wasn't a date.
Well, she
they-
brought,
For him, it was a date. For her, it was just a friend who was like, "Let's go hang out."
but it was the guy that he was like
So he told her about
didn't
it.
like
Yeah,
because
nah,
he was
G.
sketched out by this guy.
He didn't like it, but she had consistently told him, "This is just my friend. This is just my friend."
But the guy wasn't trying to be her friend, right?
right.
So,
but
and
she didn't
wait, did the
realize
boyfriend
that.
tell her like, "Hey, I don't like this guy"?
Yeah.
After the break, did she go eat with him?
Well, he
Yeah,
brought food
'cause
to her house.
Yeah.
Did
Brought
she eat
to
with
her.
them?
Yeah.
Then
To
nah,
her,
fuck
they're
all
just
that,
friends.
G. That's a breakup. in my
Guys,
opinion.
let us know your
To
worst,
her, they're
tragic,
just
most
friends.
terrible breakups
It
in the
wasn't friends
comments.
to him.
I do like
Tell
that
us,
that argument
what's-
is like been one of these like super like I don't watch Friends. I don't give a shit
Yeah, I
about
don't
Friends.
care.
I don't like Friends.
I'm looking at it
I
for
love
real.
but I want to have a say in this argument just because it's fun.
Yeah.
For me
Let's do a
personally,
Friends episode.
You heard that,
guys.
Justin's
I did a
friends.
DoorDash delivery the other day, and their rug said deliveries. Were Ross and Rachel on a break, and you put your delivery on the yes or the no.
that's beautiful.
Love
Yeah.
that.
That's so interactive.
I sat
Cool.
up there. I was there for a second, like.
They're like, God damn it, I just
no,
want
we
my
weren't
food.
breaking.
They're probably watching you through the ring like, can this bitch decide already? I want my hamburger.
They always say breaks never work.
They never do.
Yeah.
But
I-
That, that
I-
situation right there, that
I
that
don't do breaks
screams.
either. We've never done a break.
I'm more,
I
I'm
would
more
hope to
confused
God
about.
not y'all are married.
Didn't they have a?
But we were together 7 years before we got
Didn't they
married.
have like a kid? Wasn't there like a kid on this show that just vanished or something? That'd be the question I ask.
his son, but he didn't vanish. The mom has custody.
Yeah, the mom has custody
yeah,
of it.
he'll come in and out every once in a while.
Okay, next
He
question.
gets them on the weekends. Every other.
Another heated debate. Was the dress blue and black or white and gold?
They actually proved it was.
White and gold.
They did.
They
did.
proved. Didn't they prove it was fucking blue?
Yeah, it was
They
blue
was
and black.
blue.
But what
said-
did you see?
They said if
Dude,
y'all ever
I
saw that
saw
shit,
white
you're
gold.
I saw
delusional.
white and
I saw
gold.
both.
There was two different pictures, and what I found out is a lot of the time people were sending out two pictures, and that's what people were catching.
No,
the
no.
original was blue, but you could see another one, and they fucking it was gold and white.
And most
and then I
times-
saw a blue one too.
But Perkins, I've had situations where I've looked at this dress and turned to the person beside me and been like, "What do you see?"
I can't
And
trust
we
the
saw
sources
two
though.
completely different things.
I do agree that there was so many like
There were so many,
distributed
and then it got into
images
people's
out.
head. Mass fucking
Yeah.
what is
That's
it called?
hysteria.
Is it hysteria?
I think I know what he's talking about. It's like where it's like popular influence sways like.
Yes, bro.
Like, it's like moist. Nobody gave a shit that the word moist was a dirty word until the internet said it was, and,
And then
now all of a
now
sudden everybody
every-
hates the word moist.
now I know people that hate that word. I'm like, it's just
I
fucking
can understand
moist.
where he's coming from, but I do think that there was an original picture before.
Yeah.
But I swear I saw
I always
both.
saw white and gold.
I only saw white and gold. No matter how hard I tried,
Yeah.
I would like turn. I would
Try to
mess with
angle
my
it,
brightness
yeah.
and like angle it. And spin my-
Damn, fuck her, Mike. Here at Nerd
sorry.
Social, we throw mics.
He did.
and like squint my eyes and stuff, and I could never, ever, ever see the black and blue one until the other picture. It was like the picture from like the dressing room or something where she was trying it on or something. I don't remember. I was like, oh my God, it's black and blue, which is crazy because no matter how hard I tried, I could only see white and gold.
Well, I think originally what happened, somebody had messed with the fucking picture. It was originally
just a
blue.
I think it was just a bad picture of like just not good lighting, and because of how it was not well lit, it made it have like this weird illusion. Because I even took it to Photoshop, and in Photoshop it was like gray and pink or something.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
think I was about to say, I remember seeing like a gray and pink version
Yeah.
of this shit
Dude,
too.
Have you
no.
ever seen the videos on TikTok where it's like it's like color matching videos or something like that, but it's like one half of the wall, like so like the corner of the wall is like one wall is like a color and the other wall is a different color, and they like paint and then they like move it over and it's like the same color.
yeah.
Like matches like a whole like they have lots of color matching videos
Yeah.
I've been
That
watching
shit's
for no
wild.
reason.
That shit hurts my brain
But
too,
I was
because
I
like
wonder if it's like that. Like it's just like how it was moved or like the way people's
the
eyes.
government.
It's a whole mind fuck.
It was heated. It was a
Yeah.
heated
it's big
thing.
pharma.
Yeah.
On that note, are birds
That makes
real?
sense.
Just kidding. I said, on that note, are birds real?
Are
Drones.
they?
Is that the next question?
No.
What about the snails?
Drones,
Are they
that's-
watching us? Wait.
Justin, you want to talk about the snails?
Snails.
God, so Dion, good old Dion, if you're watching, because this is like the third time I've name dropped you.
He's
and
never
every time I
watched
tell
this.
you, so
He always has
you
some
freak
weird
out because he's always like, "Oh my God, I don't want people to have a negative opinion of me."
About us like living in
Well,
a
quit
cove.
giving me stupid shit to talk about. This time
Damn.
is snails, and Dion is convinced that snails are government plants because you never see them; they just show up.
He's like, where do they live?
But I've tried to
Damn.
point out that they're in my bushes.
Yeah.
I
He's
feel
like, but
like
you don't
There's
ever
the
see them
snails.
until
if
it
they were
rains.
government plants, they wouldn't be so easy to step on and break.
No, you can eat
Right.
the
The
government
government's
plants.
cheap as fuck though, so.
Dion, the snails are real.
Yeah.
Escar, no.
Also, we Googled it. They hibernate. That's why you don't see them.
Oh.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good
French
for them.
people
This
eating
is
little
an
microchips.
educational podcast.
We're here trying to help you,
I like to know
Dion, you
facts.
dumb son of a bitch. I love you.
Yes, but
All right. Who gives the best motivational speeches? Optimus Prime, Captain America, or Dom from Fast and the Furious?
Optimus Prime, bro. Because I don't even remember what fucking Captain America said. Optimus Prime, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with him. He wanted to get into a car that I knew would have transformed, so I could go fight a battle. I'm about to crash this bitch. And Dom, family. There's your fucking motivation. Fuck that.
I think I'm going to have to go with Transformers on this one, too. Optimus Prime.
Oh no!
But I do have another answer. There's a whole episode of Teen Titans Go where Robin keeps giving them motivational speeches, but they keep on leading to bad shit. And they're like, how do we keep convincing him or how does he keep convincing us to do this?
What do you think?
I don't know. That's really hard because
Easy for me.
Optimus
Sorry.
Prime spoke
Same.
to the Transformers,
Yeah.
the Autobots, and how many like in a ratio? There's only like maybe 10 there, right?
Depends on the movie, yeah.
Yeah,
Are
but
we talking only movies?
I mean, just like in general.
I'm trying to think of like because I don't remember the cartoons.
Man, I'm just saying, do you ever
never
hear like
watched them that
Linkin
much.
Park playing behind a man while he's giving a motivational speech? And I feel like you got to charge.
I'm just thinking.
Watch
about
out,
that.
Only
we're
movies, though,
coming.
Optimus Prime. Captain America didn't
With
give super
arms wide
motivational
open.
speeches.
Well, in the comics,
yeah.
But still, I mean, if you're reading those as like for what they were in the time frame, like you're
Let's go
probably
fight Nazis.
yeah, reading them like
I'm gonna vote
he
Prime.
rallied the troops though. He really did.
I'm
Avengers
gonna say
Unite.
Prime
Yeah.
also. Optimus Prime. It's just more. It's so epic when he does it. Like his voice is so big and it echoes, and then you do a bunch of B-roll of cool things happening,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Autobots, roll out."
And you know what though? It's funny that you're like his voice is so big. It's the same dude that does Winnie the Pooh. Yeah,
I
the
want to
same
hear
voice actor.
I want to hear those same.
I want to hear,
speeches
yeah, just flip the
in
character.
the voice. He's like, "Autobots."
Although I will
roll
tell
out."
you, like one of the most chilling moments in any movie I watched where I got hyped because of like was Avengers Assemble. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
solely that
I
part.
cried
like,
on
yeah,
that
like,
part.
That's
that got me
very epic.
hyped, but that was
Hella
once
epic.
Optimus Prime could probably lead me into battle 20 times. and I'd
Optimus
still
Prime
go.
like went to school to be a minister, and then like he decided he didn't want to pursue that route anymore, but he still had all the skills that he.
He's like, the Autobots need me, not Jesus.
Yeah.
Robo Jesus.
Robo Jesus. All right, this one could be a great debate, and I'm a little nervous. We've already talked about this one, but I want to bring it up anyway. Goku versus Superman.
Ooh, bring in the
All
clips.
right, here we get. Let's look at these glasses.
There's
back.
only,
right,
one,
Perkins.
there's only one good
Okay,
answer.
you know what?
Let's
It's
fucking do
been
this.
brought up too many fucking times.
There's only one good answer to this question.
I was like, have you been watching
Superman is gonna whoop Goku's ass.
I like this.
Okay, but I'll be on the. I'll help out the weebs on the side. Will there be a time that Goku may become strong enough? The way they always power this man up, possibility in the far off future. But and then we go back to Superman. He's just strong as fuck. He's gonna beat his ass. He's grabbed galaxies. I don't know how you beat that. How do you pick up something called eternity? I don't know how you beat that. Like,
Goku's done that?
no,
Superman.
fucking
Superman.
Superman.
Batman
Okay,
can beat Superman, so can Goku.
Like,
Honestly,
fair.
though,
Damn.
that's
Nah.
a really good point
Batman
right
also.
there.
So we got to quit this bullshit because
Don't
it's one of
say
those
Batman.
like, if Batman could beat Superman, you have to go and put
Every
an
time I say it,
asterisk
he gets
next to it, and you're like, with prep time, Batman
prep
can't
time.
beat Superman. If Superman wanted to, he could end Batman's life in seconds.
Batman can do
For
Pull him
sure,
into
but-
space, rip his helmet off, done. He's done.
Yeah, but I mean, you could
Just like Goku,
argue
fly
that
him into
for
the sun.
anything,
Done.
Really.
But you've had storylines where they've taken like Superman and his supposedly no morals injustice.
Injustice,
He didn't
yeah.
beat Batman.
That's because it wasn't a straight up fight between only Batman and Superman.
But
It
when
was-
we're discussing this, like it never goes. When you have Superman no morals, there's not an instance archived where he's just done that. And I always understand people that say if Superman wanted to, but he never has.
No, well, that's why it's a, if he wanted to, not if he has.
But I mean,
we're-
But
we're
I'm
purely
pretty sure he's
speculating.
wanted to in the Injustice.
I'm
No,
just,
no, in Injustice, he wanted to rule the world because he felt like the world needed to be checked. It wasn't because he just wanted to rule shit.
I just don't think enough people give credit to Batman just because he has no powers.
No, I think it's people give him too much credit because he has no powers. They're like,
Not
well,
enough.
he's just gonna have a contingency
He has
plan.
beaten Darkseid. Like
think you
this
just
man
hate
has beaten
Batman.
gods.
I love Batman. He could also have his neck
Batman's
snapped in 2
beaten
seconds.
gods. Batman has beaten gods.
So is Superman.
Consider this.
So I can't.
Magic weakness.
Consider this. We wouldn't have beat the British if we didn't attack by midnight when they weren't expecting us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's still prep time, though. I'm not saying
yeah,
it's not.
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's
One
what I'm saying.
thing-
You can still defeat someone in the if conditions are what you need
Yeah,
them to be.
it's an any given Sunday type
strategy.
thing.
Batman
It's-
is never gonna be naked.
He's starting to
And
pull
he
prep
has.
time away
I'm
from it,
pretty
and it's
sure
like
like this man has
one-on-one.
some
He stays
fail
ready.
safe.
Thrown
But
in
also-
the room, not knowing
Wait, were we talking Batman or Goku?
Yeah, technically it's Goku.
we got-
I was like, wait, why? Wait, when did this switch up to Batman?
For Goku
You're
specifically, and Death Battle said it best for me. It's Goku is a limit breaker.
Gave you guys
Superman is limitless.
Yeah.
And
Unless there's some rocks around that aren't the color that he wants them
True.
to be.
I mean, and going into that, like,
Oh, I was like,
Goku's
But-
never flown in space.
Actually-
that we can see, he's always
Yeah,
riding
he
in a
has.
pod. No, he hasn't. He's been in
He
like
flew-
a pod or a spaceship. He's never just flown.
When you
in
saw him
space.
fighting Beerus, they were in
Beerus,
the
they were in
atmosphere.
space.
No,
No, you're
That
right.
they proved that was not fucking space because
It's-
this is an argument they try to pull. They were like right below it, and then he knocked it. Even the creator said it. I'm not making this shit up. It wasn't space. The one that made,
But I mean, even his dad was in space.
Bardock, but they're fucking aliens over there doing.
But
weird
he's the
shit.
same. He's the same species.
conditioning though, and being in Earth the whole time versus
I don't
Planet
know.
Vegeta. Also,
Because
also to
Goku's
the
way
sun.
stronger than his dad.
Elevation, the PSI.
Superman just flies him into the sun and just sits there and lets him burn to a crisp.
That is the way
I didn't
Goku
even
has
care.
beaten
They're
enemies
so
too. By
into
the
it
way,
right
so
now.
he
Yeah,
doesn't
like-
want to touch the sun
I
itself.
knew I wouldn't
Look.
have much to say, but I knew other people would.
She knew
The
where
only
this was going.
the only reason why I think Superman is because Goku isn't the type of guy to like be like, oh, here's kryptonite. This will make him weak.
Fact. He wants to
He
fight him.
wants,
That's the
he wants
strongest.
him at his strongest. At
so
like
even
his-
no morals, he wouldn't go to get kryptonite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Even like that established, there's one thing like we never come across, which is like, because if we were to sit here and talk about, oh, well, if this is a different iteration of Goku that's
Right.
fighting, you know, this iteration of Superman.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm kind of gonna, I don't know. Given like if they're just in simplistic form, you know, just talking, not even going into like Superman Legacy because that's a
Right.
strong like.
Oh yeah, you go into like what 1,000-year Superman or something where he
Yeah.
like sits in the sun for
Yeah, like immune
Yeah,
to
life.
kryptonite, solar energy, like all that stuff. I don't know. I think I don't know enough about Goku, but
I feel like even giving
give it to
Goku's like
Superman.
highest form and because we can if we go highest form on both of them, Ultra Instinct still gets fucking wiped by like the highest
Well,
power.
they
There's
even
one
say
way.
Ultra Instinct isn't like the strongest.
yeah.
It's just
A
he's
form.
very like self-aware and can like dodge shit really
What
well.
was it, Genos? What are the Xeno? So if Goku ever learned that, he could kill Superman. But that's at least that's going to universal
Yeah, that's,
deletion,
like,
and
instantaneous.
that's instantaneous, which means Superman wouldn't be able to react. But that is if Goku learned that. So still, I can't say that.
See,
That's
I think
a
Goku would
possibility.
want to throw hands though. Like
He
I
would.
said,
No, I 100% agree. He
I do
wants to
think
throw
it's just
hands.
like a straight fist fight. If you just sit him down, you're like, you guys got to fist fight it
Yeah.
out. I do think Superman still wins just because I think he is like physically stronger.
Yes, he can.
But
fucking planets
that's
and
just a
shit.
fist fight.
Yeah,
Like, but I
no
don't know.
Kamehamehas.
All right.
Thanks for
There's
for
no easy
hashing
way
up
to
old
answer
wounds,
that
Alex.
shit.
It's actually a question we asked when we went to the Waco Comic Con was who would win Superman versus Batman or Superman and Goku.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why it sounded familiar. I was like, I think y'all might have talked about this before.
It's an age-old stupid nerd argument.
Y'all didn't have me
I
mic'd
guess
up.
now we give our opinions though.
Yeah, because you wouldn't
Yeah.
get mic'd up.
And you wouldn't talk loud enough until my
Okay, I was sick
How
that
you
week.
gonna
Fuck
put a
y'all. I
target on
told y'all.
yourself?
I told you I'm sick. Well, talk louder, Fabian.
I'm sick
I
of
can't
your
fucking talk
shit.
louder. I'm sick.
All right,
buddy.
next question. We're going to bring it back to Batman a little bit. Would you rather live in Gotham or the city of Townsville?
oh fuck,
Oh wow.
Gotham.
City of Townsville.
No, the city of Townsville
Just
gets
kidding. Hello?
wrecked
they get like
all
giant,
the time.
Powerpuff Girls?
Powerpuff Girls?
But like,
I've watched a lot of Powerpuff Girls.
they don't.
recently.
They don't die in that city. They get like, oh,
get-
Powerpuff Girls, help
You're
us.
right. I'm going Townsville.
I'm going
'cause
Townsville. You're
Gotham-
gonna live. You're gonna get hurt in a
Those are
cartoonish
the
way.
people y'all don't see die.
Nah,
I was gonna say,
they use the
fuck
same
that city
characters
with
every
their
time,
buildings.
bro. Gotham,
That's
you're gonna
lack
get
of
ganked.
budget.
Dude.
I mean, I'm sorry. You're gonna
Gotham,
get.
you got like no sleep, nothing.
I ain't trying to see the fucking Joker.
Yeah.
Want to see how I get these?
You
I'm
walk
like, no.
outside, you got to walk into all these toxins like, oh, Joker's doing that shit
There was
again.
going to be like a TV show or something, and I'd love to see it sitcomed again, where it's like everyday people living in like Gotham, and it's like having to deal with Batman's
Free
bullshit.
Guy.
Yeah,
Like Free Guy, they're just dealing with
like
like
everyday
being
superhero.
explosions
Like
and getting
just-
robbed.
yeah,
you walk
Yeah.
out and see your car turned over on fire, and you're like,
You're like,
fucking
God
Batman.
I hope
damn it.
insurance covers
Yeah.
that.
Not
You know
again.
that rent is pretty sweet in Gotham.
I
but
bet it is.
it's not
Yeah.
worth it.
It's like the was it Daredevil where he talks about getting an apartment for super cheap because of the neon lights and because of the
Oh
invasion.
yeah. Yep.
He's like, yeah,
I
don't
still
need
think
any of
Gotham
that.
though, man. Plus, there's the possibility existence of Batman. and I
You're
could be
gonna
a super-
die.
That's fine.
Oh man.
Like,
Yeah.
why? Why?
Could you
choose
imagine
death?
waking up in Gotham and it's like, oh, there was a guy talking funny at the football game, apparently blew it up and took over the city. Like,
Or Scarecrow?
I don't know, man. Eventually,
Like,
the Powerpuff Girls are going to get older. Their priorities are going to change. You're going to see 13-year-old Blossom saying she doesn't want to fight because she's on her period, and then all of a sudden the town's getting.
Ah,
No, sir.
rude.
Take it back.
Take it back.
Take back that they're going to go through puberty, or
Take back the negative connotation around menstruating.
look, y'all, my 13-year-old doesn't want to do shit all the time because of her period. I'm just speaking from what
Women
I've
are
experienced. I've given.
powerful.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not.
I've been bleeding. Anyway, moving on. How do we feel
And we're still
about
productive.
Jar Jar Binks?
Love him.
Like, is he a
I
Sith?
love
or-
him
Oh.
No,
Just-
just I guess him in general.
in
though.
general.
I liked the character when I saw the movie.
I like Jar Jar
thought he was
Binks.
funny.
Because I
and
know a lot of
quirky.
people hate him.
I don't know why people
He
hate
was
him.
a
I mean, his-
stupid ass character, but I loved him, and he was
I
only there for
love
like one
him.
movie.
yeah.
Like,
Oh no, he was in
it.
two.
Well, I meant like big role though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Good heart.
Thought this we in big doo-doo.
Do we all love Jar Jar
I love Jar
Binks?
Jar Binks.
Yeah,
I don't mind
I've
him.
never had an issue with the character.
Again, that's another one of those like friends and
cool.
internet told you to hate Jar Jar, so
Yeah.
everybody hated Jar
Yes.
Jar. So
Well, you know who really hated him is the people that watched the first three
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
we grew up. Not that
I watched
that Star
both.
Wars probably wasn't our first Star Wars, but like kind of like that was our
Yeah.
generation Star Wars.
I would
you
say
know?
it's our first.
man, that's
I-
coming
it
from
was
a generation
mine,
of people that had murderous teddy bears. Fuck them. The Ewoks weren't any better.
Yeah.
The Ewoks were in the third movie. They were like
I was like,
little
they're
teddy bears
easier.
that just like made stupid grunting noises and
Yeah.
tried to eat people. Like
Oh, this is a good transition to my next question, which is old Star Wars or new Star Wars?
or new Star Wars. There's 3 different generations.
Which one would be like? God, I can't
I'm
remember
gonna
his name.
say
I'm blanking
new.
out.
With Ray.
Which one? Was
Yeah.
the double.
Well,
yeah,
and
that's
Rogue
the-
One,
That's like
which
the
didn't
original,
have
the
Rey
prequel
in it, but
series,
I
so
loved
new.
Rogue One.
I was like, where does the Mandalorian fit in all that?
Is Rogue
New.
One canon?
New.
Yeah, Rogue One's canon.
Oh,
Mandalorian. So, all right.
hard.
I guess that's a super loaded question then if we're going to include TV shows.
Okay, we don't have
Because-
I
I
think
was
it's
just
the
being
same
extra.
universe, I guess.
Because it's old, new, it's all one continuous thing. It's
say new.
it's linking
But,
old and
like-
new
Clone
together.
Wars?
I just threw
New,
it.
Oh my
The
god.
first 6 versus the rest of them.
I'll go new.
Oh, damn, we're even saying
Like,
first
I can't remember the older ones, like, because
Dang, son.
I just don't. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like, I know, I had seen them, and I just remember the new ones. And that's the ones I
Yeah.
can, like, I still, who's the guy with the double blade?
Darth Maul.
Him.
Well, that's
Oh, okay.
That's
We're-
first 6,
You're in the
though.
middle.
That's the first 6.
middle, right?
Yeah.
That's all I was asking. That's all
No,
I
you're
was
good. You're good. I'm with you on
what?
Ah,
I don't know. That's a hard question to answer when you split
Yeah.
it first 6 versus all the new
yeah,
stuff.
that's
Because
really.
the Luke Skywalker story, you would get none of the rest of it. You know,
I
just-
love the
yeah.
prequels.
And I love
because
actually do
we
enjoy the
watched them
prequels
when we
more
were
as an
little.
adult. So I like the original, but I do
attached
like
to
some
them.
of the new story
Yeah.
stuff too. I think I'm going to say old though, just because I like Jedis. Like I like that
Yeah,
shit.
more
and
of the
more the
Jedi.
new
You get
stuff
more
we get, the
Jedis
less
then.
Jedi we see, and
Oh, yeah.
I want to see more Jedis.
I do love the Mandalorian.
It's like watching
so
ninja, like ninja stuff and not getting ninjas out of it. Like
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
I'm here for the Jedis and
That's
lightsabers,
true.
y'all.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I like
that's
Star
fair.
Wars Battlefront.
Battlefront. Well, hang on, that's a big.
I know.
Yeah,
What's
go,
that?
go away.
A game.
Okay. I figured it was. I'm going to say new just because that's when I started paying attention to them. Like, I did watch the first 6 before the new ones came out, or like right when you showed them to me. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, like this is good. But then I got really like more invested when the new ones came out.
And it always sucks too when you have like shit from the 70s and 80s and stuff because
Yeah.
it doesn't hold up. It is dated. There's some
Yeah,
things
it-
in the Star Wars universe, the old stuff that looks really bad.
Some of it I think was slow for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
It could be pacing.
Yeah.
I do like that they've kept the technology the same throughout all of it. And even like in the video games, when you see like panels and like control things,
Yeah.
it doesn't look super updated. It's
Yeah.
still like really 70s feeling.
It's like
Yeah.
old,
I mean,
modern.
the new stuff did also give us Jack Black and Lizzo. So I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Did.
I mean, again, it's
That's
the
why I was
old with
like-
the new. I want it
Yeah.
all.
That's
Like,
why I was like, where do you put Mandalorian? I was like, because I was
Mandalorian-
like, I
That's
didn't really
definitely
pay
new.
like
Yeah.
a whole bunch of attention to like the newer movies. but I
Mandalorian
love the
happened
whole, like,
after
Mandalorian series.
Empire Strike, or not after Return of the Jedi. So it's that gap between the original movies and then the ones with Rey. Because if you see
so
it when
let's just like
when
pull it
Grogu
back
gets
to the
Baby
first
Yoda,
6
or
and
not
then we'll just.
when Grogu gets Baby
If
I'll
Yoda.
vote for
Studio-
that.
Grogu
can't-
goes with Luke Skywalker when Luke Skywalker's young.
That's right. 'cause-
Oh.
If Studio Ghibli ever finishes this shit with Star Wars, I will change my mind completely because I'm sure that's gonna be beautiful.
That would be cool if that actually happened. Is that a
I just
thing?
love
It's
Rogue One
apparently it's
so
still
much.
going.
Yeah, I like Rogue
Yeah,
One
they're
a
still
lot.
working on it.
Visions was cool. If you still haven't seen both of those, you should really watch both of those.
I also
Visions 1 and 2.
didn't like Boba Fett.
Oh.
So I think Boba Fett was Boba Fett kind of got a raw deal. Boba Fett is the whole reason why the Mandalorian exists.
Yeah.
He started an entire like fandom behind
Yeah.
Boba Fett. Like in the original movies, Boba Fett didn't do shit.
No, he didn't.
It was one of those I never understood why he was popular because he didn't have a fucking lightsaber and he didn't do shit. But it
Yeah.
spanned an entire group of like fans that loved him. And then when it finally came to for a Mandalorian to be front and center, they give it to a random dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
And not Boba Fett.
One-
And I feel like that was super dirty, but I like Mando
Yeah.
more, obviously.
One-
Even the Boba Fett like show though, like halfway
that-
through. It just
That's what I'm
became
talking
about.
fucking
Yeah, it turned into the Mandalorian.
Yeah, oh yeah,
It
okay.
was old, right?
Mandalorian 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, he was just too old.
Yeah, it's just they tried that way too late. They
Yeah.
should have recast him or
Yeah,
something to
probably
make him
recast.
not look like a
Or don't
fucking
make him
dad
take his
bod
mask
looking dude.
off the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That's super easy.
Yeah.
Okay. On
This
this,
is the way.
note, and there might actually be like a legit right or wrong answer for this, and I just don't know it. Can a lightsaber cut through vibranium?
Ooh, that's tough. I don't know.
Have you guys
feel
ever
like-
watched those YouTube videos?
Yeah,
Like
I feel like they've
Anakin
done
versus
something on this,
Wolverine.
and it can.
It can.
I believe so.
I think so too because
but I do think it's one of those like the resistance is a lot higher because lightsabers are effectively like they're hotter than the
like
sun.
it's harder to cut
Yeah.
through it, but it can still.
because at some point you have to be able to melt it down to shape it into like a shield, you know?
I was gonna say,
Oh,
does the vibranium like where do you think that would place with the
Beskar.
Is that what it's called?
Beskar, yeah. Oh, that would,
Oh,
Because
Like
Beskar
those
can't
two.
be cut by it, right?
Well,
Correct
there's
or am I
one.
wrong?
It can
I-
reflect it. It's
Yeah.
not as susceptible to it, but it's still
Or it takes
can't
like
believe
a
it's
long time. Like
Yeah.
because I want to say there was something he was trying to work through cutting
trying to-
something with that metal, and it like took a lot longer.
So
like,
can a lightsaber cut that? I thought it was like invulnerable. It
wasn't
so
easy.
like the spear when
I
she's
don't
using
know.
that spear to fight and shit.
We will. I know
Yeah.
that it can. It's so
You
weird.
know
'cause I
the
know Bester
answer.
can pierce
Leave it in the
Bester.
comments.
We're gonna look that shit up too. Since I can't use my phone right now, I can't give you a legitimate answer, but we will find that out.
I could,
Yeah.
but leave it in the comments.
Yeah, leave it. Interact
Sabian's
with
like,
us,
I can't.
shitheads.
Okay, next question: Batman or Iron Man?
Batman.
Batman.
Iron Man.
I like Batman.
In a-
questions on
Are we talking about movie? Are we just talking about like movie wise and shit?
we're talking them fighting.
Or like, do we want to be this person
Like
over that
who's
person? or-
better?
Who would we
I guess?
bone?
Like
Like, who's your favorite? If you
I
had to
think
pick
I
one.
think Batman is a better superhero, but I would much rather, if I ever had the chance to be one, be Iron Man.
I feel like I like Batman a lot. Like to me, he is human, and
It's
this
just
dude
so
is
tragic.
boxing
Yeah.
like motherfucking
Dude. Oh my
Universe-
gosh.
I don't want to go fight like deadly ninja assassin cults and get reborn and have my superhero like
That's true.
sidekick get his ass beat with a crowbar. It's just so tragic.
I feel like Iron Man. Don't get me wrong, because I fucking love Iron Man. Mostly just Tony Stark. Actually, it's just Robert Downey Jr.
I was about to say, let's boil that one down.
But comparing them, like I feel like Batman has more like fighting skills. Iron Man is like his suit is a weapon, and like he's smart, so he can like calculate like what to do. But I guess so is Batman. Like,
Batman's
he's
smart,
too.
but Batman
Yeah.
is his weapon.
Batman.
I do think it's actually like you said, like where it's like Tony Stark. If you strip him, if you just make Tony Stark walk out and fight somebody,
gonna get clapped.
versus like
I don't
So
want
that
to
he
fight
was
Batman. Batman is very like he's
Well, I
one of the world's best fighters.
I wouldn't say that
Right.
Tony Stark is like at the same level like when it comes to fighting as Batman, but like we see him training.
I don't think
We've
he's a
seen him like
pushover by any
sparring
means,
and stuff, you know.
yeah.
But like,
Batman would
He's
beat
definitely
his
way
ass in
cooler
the
than
hands of hand. Bruce Wayne
That's
against
swag.
Tony Stark.
But I think
Clap.
I do think that Batman's been through way more physically and has
Yeah.
bounced back way more physically.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
even like a new comic run where Joker takes all of Batman's tech and wealth from him, and Batman has to go back to just being the detective. He doesn't have all the gadgets.
That's
that
pretty
he
cool.
has.
That's lit. What the
Oh, yeah.
fuck? I want to read
Dude,
that.
that comic book run
That
is
is
crazy.
cool.
Joker kills Bane, so Bane's daughter becomes Bane and is trying to help.
God damn.
Punchline is Joker's new Harley Quinn because Harley Quinn has officially decided that she's
crazy.
done with Joker.
Good for her.
This bitch. Punchline.
She moved
is
on to Barbie or
nuts.
something. I
You know,
don't know.
honestly, it's crazy, but I feel like public influence is the only reason Harley Quinn became a good guy. Like, if she didn't become popular with girls and become like an icon of it, kind of,
Yeah.
they would have just kept her as a villain and a sidekick. But people liked her so much in outings that it's one of those you kind of had to make her a good guy because
'cause the
you
whole
don't want
story
people
was
idolizing, like
toxic and
quite literally,
abusive.
like young kids, girls, boys, whatever,
Oh,
like
not anything anybody should
idolizing
look up to.
Harley Quinn is
They
the Harley
realized
Quinn
she was
Joker's.
more in the show.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Given
what
What was that comic book run called?
our dog
I'll
Charlie's
actually
name
have
was
some of it.
Harley
I'll
when
let
we
it-
got her,
the-
and I was like, absolutely not.
That sounds dope.
I
as
just
fuck.
love
amazing.
there's like a few aspects to both of them that
Yeah.
like don't get touched on enough, and we're coming back to like with the movies him being the world's smartest detective.
Yeah.
And I love
I
that
love
so much.
smart
You
Batman,
can't
not
leave
tech
that out.
Batman.
Yeah.
I did like that aspect of Robert Pattinson's that
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
doing like a
man.
lot of the
Full of murder
investigating and
mysteries.
stuff.
And I
Yeah.
just want to see a fleshed out Batman universe where we don't have to keep on touching on year one. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I
No,
feel like
I'm
year
in
one is getting
agreement.
super oversaturated.
Yeah.
There's like, you know, I don't want to see I like a grounded Batman,
Yeah.
but he's just so much more capable when it comes to fighting too. In the comics, he went toe to toe with Lady Shiva, which is like the greatest martial artist in DC. So the fact that he was able to like withstand her just shows like competence.
Yeah.
Batman's definitely, I think, the overall better superhero, but Iron Man's the shit.
Yeah.
I would want to be Iron Man over
Yeah, I'd wanna-
Batman
yeah.
still, but honestly, Batman would.
I know Batman would still kick my ass if that were the
exactly.
case.
If I didn't have my suit on, Batman might beat my ass, but with my suit on, maybe.
In prep time.
Batman's
Fucking
had dope ass
asshole.
suits too.
Argument.
He's had
He does.
insane suits.
Yeah.
God damn.
I like
Yeah.
some of his suits, but some of his suits are also super fucking goofy.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, let's
Super
remember this guy had
goofy.
shark repellent on his utility belt at one point.
King Shark is a shark.
King Shark is a shark.
My ADHD is so bad I forgot what the question was that we were just talking about.
Superman or no, Batman or Iron
I
Man.
came up and I looked at Fabian and I was like, what are we talking about?
I might make you guys read Arkham Asylum one time when we get into it, but that
We
just
don't
shows.
read. We already had this conversation.
Hey, there's probably a YouTube video
Yeah, there's
explaining it
videos,
all.
There's
No,
videos.
you're right.
All right, next question. This one is specifically personal to you.
Okay.
It is not what is the correct answer. It is
What is the correct answer for you?
for you.
I like that differentiation.
Okay. GIF or GIF?
Oh,
Oh, that's
GIF.
GIF.
I like that until you said what it was. GIF.
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 GIF. I ain't talking about peanut butter. Jiffy. No. GIF.
I don't
switch it
understand
up.
why GIF became a thing though.
GIF is how it's technically
Yeah.
pronounced.
Well, they're
I'm
wrong.
pretty sure the
But I
person
thought
that said
was
it said it's GIF.
because it's
He
supposed
said
to
it's
be
GIF.
like the
Yeah.
G for graphic.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah, I'm
They're
like,
all
Or
wrong.
something else.
well, this
Yes,
is like the
graphic-
people in like Uno coming out with the rules. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, you don't stack
don't
the.
care. I'm
the
still
yeah,
gonna
like
do
fuck
it.
your rules.
They
It's
said the
GIF,
correct
bitch.
way is GIF, and I was like, that's very much wrong. And that it was what's that?
Oh,
it's like a
God.
Marvel meme or something. He's like, that's correct, but I'm gonna ignore that or whatever. What is?
Oh, it's
something
Anthony
Fury said.
Mackie's.
Oh.
It was. I think it's Anthony Mackie whenever he's like, he's out of line, but he's right.
Oh, yeah. yeah, yeah.
I think it was Rhodey. I don't know.
Uh-uh.
Tell us
Something
in
like
the
that.
comments.
It was in Captain.
It's in the com.
It was in the
I-
Captain
Comments are gonna be
America
lit.
talking.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I was in a Zoom meeting the other day, and someone who works at Apple was like, "Yeah, something GIF," and I was like,
GIF sounds like something pretentious people say just so they can be different.
They're like, I know
I'm
what's
correct.
the correct
It's
way.
GIF.
Side eye.
Kick your,
"Side eye."
eat your peanut butter and shut the fuck up.
Okay, next question:
GIF.
Is water wet?
I'm going to say yes.
Go ahead, Crystal.
Yeah.
We've
Oh,
had
here
this
we
argument
fucking
before.
go.
Go ahead.
What did
Yeah,
that come
you tried to
off of?
argue against water being wet.
I know why it's not.
No,
And I'm gonna.
Oh,
and it's about to
no.
get rated R.
we're arguing about a towel being.
Who knew this would be the
clean or
question to make it
dirty.
rated R?
That's another good one. If you use a towel to clean yourself, you're already clean. Why is the towel dirty?
Because moisture.
I had a whole, I had a whole
dries.
thing with like the water that's on there and like the
You
bacteria
don't
that's
use
in
a towel to
water. And
clean.
it's like
All you need is right there.
like when you dry off because it was like
Google.
if it's dirty, I'm like, no, you have to fucking
Wrong.
wash
I
it.
think-
Like, you can't just leave.
I
the
think
same
this
towel
goes
Yeah,
back.
just get your
This
oils
goes
and
back to the War of 1812.
Why is water
All
not
right.
wet?
Here's why.
Let's hear.
Let me ask you guys: have you ever had a? All right, guys, listeners, it's about to get rated R.
Okay.
All right. Have you ever tried to have sex in the shower?
Yo,
And when you try to insert yourself, and then it's like the water wipes off or like cleans off her wetness, and
that's
you
very
can't because it's like weird because the water is not wet.
There's different layers of wet though.
Like when,
There's different moistures. There's
it's
different
like whenever
like.
you get out of the shower, you like put on a shirt. You know, it's like tight and it's like you can't like move
Yeah,
your arm right.
the
That's what
water
I'm trying
it
to
like
describe right
it
now.
like kind of yes actually yeah that's actually essentially it.
So Crystal just PG'd this entire conversation.
You're welcome.
Whenever you're wet, and you try to
where
put on a
Danny's
shirt.
mind is.
Is it difficult? But no, water's wet. Water's always been wet. Water's always going to be wet. It is wet in its
I was going to
nature.
call water wet. I mean, you could really say like nothing's wet
Also,
until the water
We
touches
got to
it. I
have a
guess.
conversation with you and your stories later.
Okay, next question.
I was like, did we get an answer?
Yeah, it's wet. Keep
right.
going.
It's not
MySpace or Facebook?
MySpace.
MySpace all
MySpace
day.
was so good.
MySpace.
This is one of those why is the 90s the best time to grow up type questions. Like we're
MySpace.
MySpace,
Duck ain't got
man.
nothing on Tom.
I got to have my top 8. I got to like they were
Yeah.
teaching us like
Codes.
HTML coding
Yep.
and shit.
That's how I got really good at it because of graphic design.
I
and
can make like confetti fall from the
Yeah.
screen when you got on my page.
one time one of our band members left his MySpace open on my computer at home, and so I had all the time
Changed all his
to
shit.
like make his profile look very very gay. And it was funny because like his mom was pissed because she thought it was real because I even photoshopped his head on another guy they were like holding each other like shirtless and stuff, but it looked real. It looked super real. Like and it looked even more real because like when the profile photo was smaller, like you didn't see you couldn't see any of the Photoshop work on
beautiful.
it. And I even I put something like I put GIFs of like stuff
dare
that
you.
like there's a GIF that said like
Stop
Why are you
saying it
doing
that way.
there's a GIF that said
You said it again.
let me say what it is so that we can stop.
Well, stop saying it.
All right,
that
there's
way.
this
moving photo.
there's this image that said I'm not gay, but my boyfriend is, and then like, but I did so I had all these different tabs open. And I just hit I enter on all of them at the same time. So it was like bam, 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 bam.
Made all
Like
of them
everything,
happen.
just his profile was just done. And
beautiful.
and I think he was asleep at this time because it was like 5 a.m. when I did this. And so like all this time passed. He was sleeping, and then his mom was like calling him like pissed
Oh my
off,
God.
and like he wasn't answered and stuff. And she was like the voicemails were crazy. He almost got disowned. Shit was wild.
Oh god.
That was my good ass
Maybe
Photoshop.
Facebook is a better
Well, I have a Facebook story. So on Facebook, my brother left his open. Actually, it's going to be a better option because here's what happened. It's a happy ending. My brother left his Facebook open, and I had this like fun habit of when someone did that, I would just change their birthday to the next day. And then it was like a fun little trick where everyone would be like, happy birthday. Yeah. I was like, ha, ha, ha. Then my brother went out that night to Future Q's, which is like a bar around in our city. And everyone thought it was his birthday. And they were just buying him shots. And he was like, yeah, it's my birthday. And he got wasted because everyone was just buying him shots.
I feel like your brother would absolutely just welcome that and be like, yes,
he did.
thank you.
And he did. Yes.
It
He's like,
is
what's
my
this
birthday.
for? Your birthday. It is my birthday.
I earned
It is
it.
my
I used to go to
birthday.
House of Lee and tell them it was my birthday, so they'd give me those red envelopes with a
No,
50-cent
sir.
piece in it. Which really was old. He didn't know.
I
Yeah.
have one stipulation if this ever happens, because have you guys heard about like Mark Zuckerberg and the Elon Musk?
Talk about
They
the
want to fight.
Oh,
you
yeah.
talking about the meme where he
Yes.
shows up.
I just want. Apparently, I don't know if it's true, but they're in talks to like actually make it happen. Mark Zuckerberg, he's been like taking classes.
Yeah, he's
I
been
think he has
doing
a
it.
belt.
He's been doing MMA.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And Elon Musk is like, I don't know if this is true, but he
Yeah, I keep
posted
on
something
hearing
on
more
Twitter
and more
like a
about it. and I'm
donut.
like, is this
how
real?
He's like,
trying to be-
on to get my
You're like,
daily
fucking
donut to
fight.
warm up to fight Mark Zuckerberg.
Let's go.
So if it does happen, I got one stipulation. It's a no DQ match. And my guy Tom comes out of
Oh,
nowhere
dude.
from MySpace and he intervenes and kicks all their asses.
I'm in.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm in.
That's it.
I was like special guest refereeing.
Yeah,
What you
I
got
was
to do with it?
No DQ.
No DQ.
No DQ.
It's-
I want a TLC match between.
Disqualification. So in fighting, like any real or wrestling, if
Yeah.
somebody else interferes or they do something that's illegal, they get DQ'd.
And he comes out
So
to
no
my old
DQs.
MySpace song.
to yours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
It's like a day to remember. I don't know.
Yeah.
what the song is.
It's like a fantasy for him. He dreams about it.
A couple more questions. Does Quentin Tarantino have a foot fetish?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Great.
yeah. I can't say
Yes,
I've never
next
paid enough
question.
This
attention
is
to
lightning
know.
round.
He casted himself in From Dusk Till Dawn
Oh,
so
did
that
he like
he
lick
can.
feet or some
He
shit?
had, yeah, he sucked on Salma Hayek's toes.
Toes.
Good for him.
Hey.
Oh yeah, it's
What
I
is
just
it?
imagine Tarantino writing roles and he's like, I'm definitely gonna be that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I was really kind of hoping that Tarantino at some point would make a movie that's not a Tarantino movie. Like, I thought that he
Some
was going to
other
make a
kind
Star
of
Trek
vibe.
movie. Like, that was a
Yeah.
big talk for a while. Just not a
Oh,
Tarantino
yeah.
film. Anyways.
All right, Snake versus Minesweeper. Like Snake on Nokia phones.
Ooh, I like
Versus
Snake.
Minesweeper.
Yeah, like on the PC.
Man, once I learned how to play Minesweeper, it was fun. But that's too much math.
I've
Let's
never
go
learned.
Snake.
I never learned.
My
Minesweeper
mind
versus Snake.
automatically went to Metal Gear.
I feel
was
you
like,
on that.
oh,
too.
Metal
Till she
Gear.
said
Tried
that's how the-
Minesweeper.
Minesweeper, I just never figured out.
I never
It
figured
was
it
a
out.
lot of
I
math.
was like, boopy boop, boopy boop.
It was like how many steps away the bombs were in proximity and
I'm gonna give it to the pinball wizard.
ooh, pinball. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the unsung
hell
hero of
yeah.
that one.
Yep.
All right, next question. How do we feel about Furbies?
No, what?
I didn't give a shit about Furbies. They kind of creep me out.
I love Furbies.
They were scary. They were
Yeah,
they were killer Tamagotchis.
Creepy little fur demons.
If we were ever going to have our Chucky, it would have been a Furby.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it would have possessed.
Did you guys ever have one and you were like sleeping in the middle of the night and it just like
I
I didn't, but I had family members who did, and
That
that
was
shit
poor.
freaked me
It was
out.
very freaky.
It was trippy whenever
Yeah,
like the
loved.
batteries weren't in it still, and it did that.
yeah.
Demon.
Y'all hear Crystal over here? I was poor. I
poor.
loved.
Yeah. My
never had a
parents sold
Furby.
drugs, so
You want me to buy? you want me to buy you a Furby? I got you.
I always wanted one. I was like, oh. I mean, now that I'm older, I'm like, these things are fucking creepy. Like, why was this a
Oh,
thing?
she's gonna hate when she gets one.
Oh God, yeah. Just you wait.
All right, next question. Did Carol Baskin kill her husband?
Fuck.
No,
yeah.
didn't they find him?
Yeah, they
I don't know.
did, right?
I did see some news.
I'm pretty sure they said they found this dude in
Yeah.
like Puerto Rico
He
or some
ran away.
shit.
That's what it was.
that-
He's alive?
What was the news
I
source
think
though?
he faked his own death.
Isn't
But
that
yeah.
what she said the whole time? She's like, he went away.
Yeah.
Like he just
And everyone was
vanished.
like, no, you fed him
So-
to one of
I
your
think he was, like,
tigers.
missing.
Until
and they were
like the
trying to
past
find
3 months,
him.
when I swear I thought I heard an article saying they found him, I would have absolutely said, yeah, she killed him.
Yeah.
But also, man, Tiger King, what a fucking
about
What a
time.
ride.
What
yeah.
a ride.
That was the start of COVID.
Do y'all know his full name?
No,
Hold on, I'll tell
Carol
you.
Baskin's husband or
Tiger
Tiger
King.
Tiger
King.
King?
All I can never think about when I think about him is I'm never going to financially recover from this.
Yeah. I'm gonna put that on my graduation cap. All right. His real name is Joseph Maldonado Passage. I did not expect
He
Maldonado
married
to be.
the one guy, right?
Oh, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
He got married.
Wasn't that the dude
Oh.
from Dalton?
The
Yeah.
guy's last
Oh yeah,
passage.
he
Yeah.
was like at least a boyfriend. I don't know if they got married, but
yeah,
someone
pretty,
from
yeah.
Belton.
That's
It
wild.
was like his
Yeah.
most recent boyfriend that was in the one of the shows.
Like the very
That
end of
was
it,
the
they
one that
were
was from
all in
Boston, yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. I think this will be the last one.
Make it count.
Um,
Is it Jeff?
I don't know how this is gonna go for us. If it would even be an interesting one to end on, but I have actually reached the end of my questions. Other than like Samsung versus Apple, but oh no, wait, okay,
I still want to know what that first question was, though.
let's just do both. Fuck
Yeah.
it, it's our podcast. We can do it.
We make the rules here.
Stay
Let's
tuned.
do it.
Okay, NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
Instinct.
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet.
Oh fuck.
I only know more members of NSYNC, which is why I'm going for NSYNC.
Yeah.
you.
I think.
Which one sings incomplete?
Backstreet Boys.
Okay, I'll go with Backstreet Boys.
I didn't
Oh, we're
realize that-
split.
So I realized that Backstreet Boys
even.
were a lot more like R&B.
Yes,
Where
this
NSYNC
is
was
my
way more
argument all
poppy.
the time.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, like I didn't realize that until recently, and I was like, man, these guys needed cheering up.
I love Backstreet Boys probably because they're more R&B.
Yeah, definitely
And
more of an R&B group.
Loved their music.
That was
so
the
much.
only. I think one of the only similarities though was the fact that they were both.
They should have
boy
more
bands.
music.
I would say I
They
do
went a
feel
lot
like
longer.
slightly guilty because of that show, Pop. Something about.
I don't remember what it's
I
called.
remember the one that told us about T-Pain.
Yeah.
What's that show called?
Man, Crystal watched it too.
It was on Netflix.
I remember. Anyway, that's where I learned that the Boyz II Men were basically like overshadowed because someone took that
That's a
idea and
good
created
idea.
Backstreet Boys
Let's
and
put white
NSYNC.
people in it.
And exactly.
Yeah, that's sad. That makes a lot of sense. Unfortunately,
I'm like, damn, I hate that I was part of that, but I love the Backstreet Boys.
yeah. I mean,
I love
Boys to Men could have pulled off any of Backstreet Boys' songs, and
Oh, absolutely. Like they're
that kinda breaks my heart.
harmonizing and voices are amazing.
Is it tearing up your heart?
That's insane.
not when I'm with you though. When we are
He's
apart,
in sync.
I feel way better.
Damn.
Not in two.
Okay.
Okay.
Final question. Actually, this is not a question. This is more like I'm dropping a bomb and y'all can go with where you are.
Oppenheimer style?
Yeah.
This might destroy the
Crystal
world.
has-
The name of that show is called This Is Pop.
This is Pop. I knew the
Oh,
word
yeah, yeah.
Pop was
It's
in
on,
it.
it's on
Yeah.
Netflix.
No,
It's
it's
really
this.
good.
We're already on the
Watch it.
next question, Crystal.
I
Jeez.
fucking love Backstreet Boys though. Like, and fuck Usher.
Yeah, fuck Usher.
Yeah.
Usher.
Yeah.
I
If-
felt
if y'all-
such a vendetta against him because of that.
Since
But
that!
also, that dude like made his millions on cheating and just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go make a hit.
Literally.
I'm gonna go make millions of dollars off the
If
fact
you
I got
didn't
caught cheating.
watch This Is Pop, T-Pain
Y'all gotta
has
talk to
an
me about that
episode.
afterwards.
Well, there's an episode on Autotune,
Yeah.
and T-Pain tells a story about how he was on a flight, and Usher told him that he ruined music. And he went into like a
Like,
3-year
ruined rap.
depression.
Usher told T-Pain that
Which was
T-Pain
wild
ruined
because
music.
T-Pain is still super musically talented minus
He's
auto-tune.
so
I was like, I love
talented.
T-Pain.
And auto-tune is just one art form. Like you can't.
It's just a tool.
They
Yeah,
also
exactly.
Go through that episode and point out a fuck ton of other people who use
Use
Auto-Tune.
it. Yes.
Everyone uses
Yeah,
it.
since then I've hated Usher.
Me
Anything
too.
that involves
I'm like,
Usher, I don't want
but
any part
we
of.
change the channel a lot when he comes on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sometimes
Just-
we don't, but
easy piece of shit.
yeah. Okay.
And bomb us.
The bomb is someone on the internet said, and I don't have an
Oh,
opinion.
hell no.
Well, okay. Someone on the internet said Marvel movies lack imagination. What are your thoughts?
I feel like I've read that article recently.
I feel like that's the kind of person that watches Wes Anderson films because they're classy. Fuck that dude. They lack imagination. Read a book.
I feel like there's a lot of imagination.
Yeah, it's like,
It's solely based on an
okay.
imaginative world.
I think this is only
Yeah.
pouring out after, I have never really came across as many articles now as I have like in the past saying like this shit wasn't pouring out. None of these claims were pouring out when
The reason
it's a
why is
main
because we
roster.
peaked. We finished the end of a saga, and now we're
Now we're
resetting, and nobody
resetting.
wants to
And everybody's
acknowledge
like,
that we
it's not
have
as
to
good as
reset.
Endgame. It's not so fucking supposed to be.
We're not going to have in-game
loved
level
all the
movies every game
movies.
after
Yeah.
Endgame, and that's everybody's
I loved
problem.
them
Is
all.
you want blockbusters, and you're getting
Yeah.
setups.
Yeah.
I saw something
don't know what they're talking about,
like
so.
I saw things are starting to make sense for me now. Like now that I'm seeing these articles, like one came out when Guardians of the Galaxy came out. They're like, look, it's not the fact that Marvel's tired. It's just like they can
Storytelling.
make good films. But like also there's one like, are we getting tired of multiverse shit? And I'm like, kinda.
Yeah, it's happening a lot.
But I mean, if you think
yeah.
about it, we've been dealing with that stuff with all comics already. It's not that we're.
not new.
It's just on screen finally.
I think it
Yeah.
might also be multiverse fatigue because let's name a franchise that hasn't started multiversing. DC
Yeah.
did it. Other like cartoon series
Yeah.
have done
Big
it.
time,
Like
big time.
multiverse for some reason became like the
That's the
go-to
hot
thing.
Pokemon
thing.
did it.
But for DC and Marvel, like it made sense for DC to do it more than Marvel right now because they were about to fully reset their entire existence.
Right,
Yeah.
I thought they were going to multiverse to kind of reset
they were just
the clock.
they were just too slow to the
Yeah,
to the jump.
Marvel just
the
did it
punch,
because
yeah.
again they had to introduce new characters, maybe bring some back from the dead. At the end of the day, we got to remember they're comic book movies, and
Yeah.
comic
Yeah.
books do this shit all the time.
Yeah.
But lacking imagination is such
Nah.
a stupid. Again,
Yeah, I
that's
wouldn't
coming
say
from
that
somebody
at
who went to art school who only likes things that are like at the Sundance
Yeah.
Film Festival.
They like the teeny tiny
Yeah.
plates at the fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
That's
Give me a
$50 a
full
plate,
steak.
$20 a gram type comments.
Yeah.
Fuck them people.
Any other
If
thoughts?
anything, there's like over imaginative,
Yeah.
Maybe too much
Yeah.
imagination.
I don't know. I feel like they've done really creative ways to
I think they're so
fucking
creative.
get through their shit. So I don't think it's lacking imagination.
All right. I knew none of us would think that, but
It's like they're fucking killing it. I
just want to
think.
hear thoughts. All right. All right. I think that's going to wrap up this episode. Thanks for listening / watching and participating in the
both.
debate. Leave your thoughts in the comments below on all of these questions that we've discussed today. And follow us on all our social medias. That
Nerd
are
Social
gonna
Hour.
What y'all think
show up on the
about
screen.
Alex's mic drop?
Yeah,
Oppenheimer
I
bomb.
forgot about that. Oh my God. All right, thanks. We'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.